Welcome to Programming in Python. We need to understand, before learning Python, we need to understand why Python is really necessary. So as we know, Python is a very powerful language as well as high level language. It has a binding of C, C++, Java and very powerful UI libraries such as Kinter. Python can be tied to another program as a control routine. Python has built-in garbage collector, so we need not worry about memory management and memory leaks. You can refer these two links to understand more about Python. Python is a dynamic type language, but when you consider some other languages such as C, C++ and Java are static types, because we declare a variable in this language with a type int a, for example. But when it comes to Java, you declare a variable, it will be dynamically typed with respect to a value that has been assigned to it. It's an interpreted language, not like any other language. There's a simple program of comparison of Python and with respect to some other language. C program requires, it's based on the number of lines required to complete a concept. For example, there is some 99 bottles of beer wherein we iterate how many are there on the wall. So we decrement it by 10 or 1, whatever. Okay, it is written in C. Around 20 to 30 lines is required. But when it comes to C++, around 40 lines are required. When it comes to Java, it requires around 70 lines. But when it comes to C#, it requires more lines, as you could see. But when it comes to Python, it requires only some around 10 lines, as you could see. It is decrementing 99 till 0, it decremented by 10 every time. Very simple program to understand Python. It's an interactive console of Python, wherein you can interactively perform anything. For example, you want to assign a value to a variable, assign it, print it instantly, as you could see, it prints the output immediately, increment or do whatever you want. You can perform anything in the Python. Comparison of Python and Java. Python is dynamic typing and weak typing, but when it comes to Java, it's a very strong type and static as well. In Python, it do not require declaration of variables, but when in Java, it requires us to declare variables. But when you consider Python, you can see it allows us the change of data type at any point of time during runtime, obviously. For example, a equal to 10. Next statement you can write a equal to Python. It changes its type from number to string, but it is not possible in Java. It uses indentation to separate the block, but here we use brackets. Python is very easy to learn. It requires much more time to understand. It is having simple and consistent syntax. Java does not have. Helps the beginners to concentrate on problem. Beginners requires few days to understand how to use the variables, object-oriented concept and so on. It has a concise and clean looking syntax. Even though Java has it, but it requires more knowledge to understand how he or she will understand the language. But when it comes to a print statement in Python, it automatically inserts new line. But same thing when you consider in Java, you need to do it explicitly. A simple thing about Python console, as you could see, these are the few keywords available in Python. We'll skip this. We'll go to the actual topic. This is the difference between interactive and script. You type directly in Python console and you get the output one line at a time. When it comes to the script, You write a complete line of statements and you execute in the console. A simple program in a script, writing a script or module, we initialize a variable as 2 in Python, incremented by 2, and we print the value. So obviously the result will be 4. A simple program here, same thing whatever we have seen in the previous slide. So the result ultimately will be 4. This is sequential steps shown in the PPT. Similarly, using the statements such as if statements, you can see we have initialized a value 5. So if it is less than 10, it prints smaller, greater than 20, it prints bigger, then obviously ultimately it prints finish. So the output here would be, because the value 5 is less than 10, it prints smaller and then finish. A simple example of while loop, repeated steps, as you could see the value 5, so it prints n value decremented by 1 every time, every iteration. You could see until it is equal to 0, it prints all the values 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A simple example, as you could see the while loop here, it is the block is started using colon and there is an use of indentation inside the while loop. So this is a use of the block statements or a complex statements inside the Python. Thank you very much for watching my video.